Hello dear student, this is Vijay Patole from SSB College of Education, Sri Rampur. Dear student, today we will learn about maxims of teaching English. As a teacher of English language, he must know about how to make his teaching more effective, interesting and systematic. He must use such maxims in his teaching and learning. A maxim is an aphorism, axiom or dictum which means a general rule or truth, and maxims are the orderly steps that a teacher follows to make the teaching learning process more systematic, effective and interesting. In this one we can learn about that means as a teacher when he uses such type of maxims in his teaching, then there is systematic study, effective teaching, and he creates such type of interesting atmosphere in the class to learn the content. There are different maxims of English language. First one, to proceed from known to unknown. In this maxim, let's learn about what is meant that known to unknown. While teaching something new, we must refer to the previous or familiar knowledge so that the revision of the old knowledge fills out the new knowledge and new concepts are learned to better. In this maxim, it is believed that before starting any new chapter, new lecture, we must focus on the previous knowledge. First of all, we have to focus on previous knowledge. We need to ask questions based on previous knowledge so that we can start with the new or unknown things. For example, while teaching the definite article that is the, we need to revise the sentences with the indefinite articles that is a and an. Means everyone knows that these are the parts of formal grammar when there is a word or singular one, then we have to place article a, and when the word starts with a, E, I, O, U means with the vowels, then we have to place before the word article that is indefinite article an. And when there is unique thing in the word, then we have to place the before it. Means we can place it before the instrument of musical instrument. When there is a river, if we are speaking about the mountains, then we have to focus on these articles. Means before starting article D, we need to focus on A and an. Likewise, second one is that to proceed from easy to difficult. See student, it is simple common sense wherein we must always begin with the easy portions and gradually move towards the difficult parts. Means whenever you start your content or teaching in the class, at that time you need not to start with the difficult things. First of all, make the content easiest one, start with the easiest thing, then you have to take all your students to the difficulty level, so that this maxim will help you to make your teaching more effective, interesting. For example, first teach them what is verb and then move toward teaching an adverb. Means they are the parts of speech, and when you are about to teach them verb, means what does the verb do? What are the specialties of one verb? And after that, we need to focus on adverb, means from easy to difficult. Third one, to proceed from simple to complex. In this maxim, simple is easy to comprehend while complex is difficult to comprehend. Everyone knows about this. And simple may also represent a single element while complex may contain several elements. Thus, moving from simple to complex systematically lays a strong foundation. Means you have to take all your students at simple level and from simple level to complex level. When you are about to teach them an alphabet, whereas learner learns to write letters, that is in capital letter I and in capital letter O, are simpler form to him. But whereas N and W are there, then it becomes complex one to add the vertical lines and to make the reverse writing. Means it means that writing of I and writing of O is, it seems simpler one. But when we are or your students are about to write M and W, then difficulty creates. So that it's our duty to make everything into simple, and we have to take them towards the complex things. Fourth one, to proceed from concrete to abstract. See, definite illustrations are obviously better and quicker to understand. From then, the teacher should move gradually towards more abstract terms. Means, these are the things where in concrete means we can see, we can realize, we can touch, or abstract things means just we never have seen these items, these things, but we can visualize them, because whenever teacher tells or whenever teacher explains, at that time we or as a student we can visualize them. Suppose some qualities are there also, means some qualities, hidden qualities we can take into consideration. For example, an abstract value like perseverance will be easy to understand if we taught them the story, that is hare and tortoise story. Means everyone knows about this story, hare and tortoise. The perseverance is the quality of tortoise, and hare was always in hurry and he wanted to compete with tortoise, but slow and steady wins the race, we say. And so that perseverance is so needed in our practical life also. So that perseverance quality should be inculcated among the students, and we have to take them from concrete to abstract things. Fifth one, to proceed from whole to its parts. According to Gestalt school of psychology, promotes that an unanalyzed whole is easier to understand than its constituent parts. A whole brings more meaning than its parts. Means if there is any thing before our sight, we can touch it, but if we are there and if we are asked that you have to analyze particular thing, suppose there is a rose, and we can, according to Gestalt schools of psychology, we can have that type of insight, and with the help of our insightful learning, we may come across with the concept rose. And if we categorize or if we try to unanalyze it or analyze it, then we can separate petals, we can separate thorns, we can separate stem. Means a rose is made up of various parts of the plant, and it's our duty to teach all the students not according to the different parts but according to the whole, because it creates impact in the minds of students. For example, while teaching a poem, the central idea or theme is of more value and should be discussed before one goes down to the analysis of each stanza. Means if you are the teacher of English language and if you want to teach particular poem to your students, first of all, tell them the central theme. Tell them the central idea of the poem. Only then they will be interestedly join your class. And when you are about to explain all the stanzas, suppose there are 4 stanzas and you have already explained the central theme and central idea, then student will definitely understand what's the poem about is and what is the importance of this poem. They will explain in their own language. The 6th one, to proceed from particular to general, means a particular rule with the particular examples helps the student to learn better. Later the make generalization. Means you can see that, for example, show how plurals of words ending with F and FE like scarf, knife, etc. ends with VES, and then the students make the general rule and apply that rules. So it means particular to general. If the words ending with F and FE, definitely for their when they are used in plural form, then FE and F becomes VES. Means these are the general rules from particular to general. 7th one, to proceed from logical to psychological. Logical deals with the subject matter, while psychological deals with the interest or skill of the student. Thus, it is better to learn the logical steps first. For example, when a sentence contains the word elephant, the students are more interested in the word elephant rather than the tusk and trunk. Means from logical to psychological means that if the student understands what is meant by elephant, he believes in elephant and he has the logical sense, he never believe in tusk and trunk, because there is a psychological or logical links or interest. These tusk and trunk are the part and parcel of the elephant. So that logical deals with subject matter, while psychological deals with interest or skill of the students. Means so that we need to learn the logical steps first. Means elephant has having tusk, trunk, ear, likewise. The next one, to proceed from analysis to synthesis. Analysis means to break up a particular term, concept, idea, etc. Whereas synthesizes means to put together or reassemble to make meaning out of it. It develops the reasoning and creative ability of the student. By using this maxim, there is a great chance of developing reasoning and creative abilities of the students. And on the basis of their reasoning and creative abilities, they are about to analyze and synthesize everything which came across to them in the form of term, concept and idea. For example, the word assessing can be taught as there are 2 assets in assessing. So they will learn to break the word and then put it together correctly. Means, see, SS can be taught as there are 2 assets in assessing. Means from analytical view to synthesis. It's the ability of the students. They really goes with from analytical view to synthesis view. And the last one is that to proceed from induction to deduction. When the teacher is about to teaching and introducing something new in induction, and when the knowledge gain is used in knowledge situation, it is deduction. For example, if the students have learned that plurals of words ending in y are formed with the ies, but they deduct on their own that they are exceptions such as donkey and key, etc., which do not follow the same rule. Means, this one, the knowledge is gained is used in knowledge situations. It is deduction. Whatever you teacher teaches in the class, it is nothing but the induction. But when you are about to apply this knowledge at your present situation or in knowledge situation, then it becomes deduction. Okay. In this way, today we have learned about maxims. And what are the benefits of maxims of teaching? See, these are some benefits. It simplifies the process of teaching, joyful teaching and learning environment. There is purposeful teaching, and it helps to create creativity among the students. There is much scope for creativity. There is analysis and synthesis by the students. It develops scientific attitude, and there is great chance for learning by doing. And as well as these maxims are really helpful to develop the critical thinking of the students. Means, dear student, these maxims are used by the teacher in the classes to make his teaching more effective, more interesting, and more creative. And same things happen to with students also. Whenever a teacher gives such type of chance to the students, then they will definitely engage in particular activities, and this is the most important thing about teaching of English language. Thank you very much. Thank you.